Hi there, I'm Francesca Ordona Hollingsworth, and I am the Prosperity Path Guide, and I help you learn to read your prosperity path. And today I'm going to share with you one of those gateways. And I'm going to start with Beauty, the inside story of Sasha's confusion. So, Sasha sat in the middle of the room, surrounded by his books, his papers, his pencil, his computer. He was surrounded by all of his stuff in order to answer his most pressing question. What am I going to do with myself? And every time Sasha asked himself that question, he was filled with doubt. He could just hear himself talk inwardly, saying things like, Sasha, don't do that. You're not going to be any good at that. Or like, Sasha, that's not going to make any money. You're going to be not successful. Poor Sasha. Surrounded by confusion and surrounded by doubt. Does this sound like a familiar story? Have you been recently facing doubt issues? Would you like to get out of that funk? I would. Well, the good news is you can. Yes, and I'm going to share with you how through the Prosperity Path portal of this new moon. And this new moon is on September 9th, 2018. Does that sound fun? Shall we find out? Okay, let's go. So the first thing we need to know is what in the world is happening up there in the heavens with the sun and the moon. And when it's a new moon, that means they're hanging together like partners, or not like partners, they are partners. So the sun and the moon are at 17 degrees in Virgo. Yes, and that means that together the sun and the moon are sending us here on earth the vibration of empowered illumination with the focus of service, meaning how are we going to be of best service for us and the whole, as well as how are you going to be the best service to you. And in this particular frequency is the cocktail of confusion, but also the beautiful cocktail of imagination and illumination. Meaning that in this beautiful moonbeam, you have these frequencies available to you for you to manifest in your life. Cool, right? Now, next to the sun and the moon, up in the heavens, is Mercury. And Mercury is at 6 degrees in Virgo. And Mercury is the mind. Yeah, so the mind, if you happen to get exhausted in your mind, well, let me tell you, you're being lost in confusion and doubt. And how you get out of that is you choose to change your mind. You resolve to change your mind. So let's get further into me explaining how this works. So Mercury is the mind, and it is at 6 degrees in Virgo, which means it has the signature of the nurturer, the healer, and the mother. So the mind is going to ask questions on how to best nurture confusion, how to best nurture imagination, and how best to nurture and mother and heal illumination, your illumination. Now, the next important aspect that is occurring up in the heavens is with Neptune. And Neptune is in opposition to the sun and the moon and Mercury. And what does this mean? So they are pointing together at each other with stress. So this is a tense vibration, kind of like when you pull a rubber band, that kind of tense vibration. And Neptune is all about dreams. What you dream, what you imagine. So there's going to be stress on what you dream and what you imagine. And there may be confusion on what you dream and what you imagine. But the way through this is not through doubt. Be aware that doubt may occur, but the way through this is to ask the question. Yeah, to ask the question from a place of neutrality, to inquire what will best serve you. Not demand and not expect, but just to ask the question. And when you ask the question from neutrality, guess what? Your imagination will bloom. Resolve will be, and when your imagination blooms, your mind goes, hey, I can do this. And when your mind says, hey, I can do this, guess what? The truth of where you are going and where you are headed will be lit up. And when it is lit up, you are illuminated. So these are the vibrations that are most available to you with this new moon. And with all new moons, it is a time to plant the seeds, the time to plant the seeds of what you imagine, what you dream, and the target of what you imagine and what you dream is really your inner truth. Not outer truth, your inner truth. And that will give you the resolve to connect to the divine will, that then you can manifest this into matter. And get out of that place of self-doubt that poor Sasha is in. Yeah. And believe me, we've all been there. And this opportunity, this portal that's available to you on this new moon is giving you that opening for clarity. So the question you might have now is, how do I best manifest this with my prosperity path? So would you like to know how? I hope so, because if you do, right now I'm going to play a game with you, and that game is meditation. Yeah, meditation is a game, okay? So here we go. Close your eyes. Put both feet onto the ground and take a deep cleansing breath. And imagine at the base of your spine you have a grounding cord, and take that grounding cord to the earth. And then imagine it going down deep into the ground, digging deep, deep down into the ground, heading its way all the way to the center of the earth. And at the center of the earth is your special spot that only you can possess, and connect your cord, your grounding cord, securely to that spot. So you become stable. And now go ahead and take another deep cleansing breath. And with this breath, imagine you are collecting all of your stress. And as you collect your stress, imagine it's going up all the way up the spine to the top of the head, then down to the tips of the fingers, and then back and down to the grounding cord. And at the grounding cord, send your stress down your grounding cord out to Mother Earth for her to recycle. And let's take one more deep cleansing breath, collecting all of the stress, sending it out the grounding cord. So now what I want you to do is still keep your eyes closed. And from this place, imagine where you have your third eye. Yes, Your third eye is right between your two natural eyes. And from that space, imagine that you have a screen, and send that screen about a half a foot away from you. And this is kind of like a movie screen. And we are going to create a movie. And guess what that movie is? That movie is going to be the light that you wish to unfold. And imagine you are painting this light that you wish to unfold right in front of your eyes. And if, at any time when you're painting this picture, if you get into doubt that you cannot have this picture, just go, hey, thank you, doubt. Nice for you to let me know that you're here, but this is my picture and I am painting it the way I want it. Cool. And then, and when you are done with your picture, imagine that you have it encased in a beautiful pink bubble. And this bubble covers it from the top to the bottom and all the sides. And when you're ready and you have completed your life that you wish to unfold, put it into this beautiful pink bubble, go ahead and send it up into the heavens, release it, and let it go with love and certainty. So, what you can do on the full moon is do the same meditation, and it will help you manifest the life of your dreams. Because, to be honest with you, that is how you create the life of your dreams, through your imagination and accessing the illuminating thoughts that can be sent up into the heavens. And it then comes back down, manifesting into matter. So that is the end of my little prosperity path today. The next one I will have will be on the full moon, and I hope you join me there. And if you enjoyed this and want to know more about your personal prosperity path, I encourage you to check out my website at www.innerbeautyhealing.us. That is not .com. It's Inner Beauty Healing Us. And go to the consultation page and you'll find a tab that you can schedule a complimentary 15-minute astro-numerology reading with me, and we'll discuss your prosperity path. Okay? Until next full moon, bye for now. Have a great and wonderful new moon.